Hello new viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to Infinifactory. I guess I don't get to back to my cell anymore, but I left my armpit magazine there. I haven't finished reading it yet. So we've had an explosion, a bomb delivered to our little ceremony, our reward ceremony of how well we've been doing, blown out into space and been rescued by this lot, which I think are the Resistance. I don't know. It appears that as there's a puzzle board behind us. I'm just sipping my coffee, sorry. I think we've got to keep on doing puzzles. But let's have a chat to this lot first, and we will see from there. This gentleman over here. No, it's a lady. Sorry about that, lady. Nia.
You're new. I'm Nia. I fight and beat stuff up.
Ooh.
Sometimes I build things.
Ooh. Well, very good. Lady of few words and a very nice voice. What have we got here? We've got obey. We have some sort of device being built here. Is that like a control? It's like one of the control boxes, like on the back of the tank thing. And we have various scribblings and writings. And what's it say? Materials, same type of composite PTFE, polytetrafluoroethylene, I think, PTFE. Plastic, that is plastic. Carbon fibre, graphic, something else. Dielectric impedance formula. Not sure what they're trying to do here, but they're trying to build things. They're trying to puzzle it out, I guess. And we've got a star map and an eviscerate. What? You can put. I guess you can push. You can push eviscerators and waters, but you can't pull them back again. That's the problem. They don't say, they're not like sticky pistons. They don't say stuck on, do they? So I never actually did that because I couldn't return them. I guess you could have a conveyor belt to push them back in again. That would be good with a whale, wouldn't it? Anyway, this gentleman here, Dave.
Hey, welcome to the barracks. I'm Dave, the operations engineer.
Okay, Dave, nothing else from you. How about you, this lovely alien person up here? Miruvo. What are you eating? Is it? Can I? Why's it got a picture of a person on it? Am I going to regret asking what's in there? Got kind of a fishy mouth though. Doesn't look very carnivorous.
Hello, new human. Would you like to touch fingers? How do you say it? Shake hands? I am called Miruvo. I act as a cultural liaison and linguist.
Are you telepathic? Because you were doing that without stopping chewing and spitting crumbs out. Also a very nice voice. Okay, so we've got some bits and pieces over here. How are you ordering parts? We've got a mad face. Can we go through here? No, we can't. So I don't actually know why we're here then, or what's going on. Maybe we're going to get told now. Performance review is done. So that was the Overlord campaign. The Resistance campaign. So the Overlord's what we were fighting before. Mission briefing. Okay, Dave, tell us, Dave. What's happening?
Hey, I could really use your help testing out something new I made. It's a long-range teleportation device. Why you? Well, you seem to know your way around a factory, and it's time to earn your food pellets. Haha!
Dave, if you think you're going to teleport me without thoroughly testing this thing first, you've got another thing coming. I do not want to end up as Jeff Goldblum in The Fly, or two of me, or merge with something else. Okay? Okay, well, I guess we'll get started. It's quite fast. Create new solution. Do we have a new block? Can we now pop out occasionally? We have to stay here until Dave decides to beam us back. Dave!
Here it is. The teleporter. For lack of a better term. You send an object in one side and it drops out the other. If the object is attached to something, it will automatically be detached as it goes through. Conceptually, it's straightforward. Technically, don't ask.
It's probably got strings or quantum in there somewhere. Hasn't it? So what was that again? So you put something in one side and it drops out the other, and let's do that again.
Here it is. The teleporter.
It's detached when it comes out the other end.
You send an object in one side and it drops out the other. If the object is attached to something, it will automatically be detached as it goes through.
Okay.
Conceptually,
So it won't teleport a string of blocks. it will only teleport a object. So what is the teleport? Is it this thing? So these are like teleport projectors, I guess. And what is this? Okay, and what is this here? We're just going to produce things. It's a good thing I'm floating. Am I on the same block? What? What happened there? So I'm now somewhere else. So that's going to produce... Oh, I see. So I'm going to feed this through here. Is that all I've got to do? Okay, so it's the whole gate thing. Are we in tutorial land again? Oh, I thought for a second I only had conveyor belts to use, but I actually have. I have more things to use, so that's fine. So all we need to do then is put... I presume... Usually number 9 slot. If we put a teleporter in here, we can... A lifter, we can lift it up to there. Okay, not very efficient, but it's going to come out. So it's going to come out and land on the floor, presumably. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. And then when I presume we've got to weld them back together again. So let's do... no. Like that. Sorry, I keep pressing escape. I'm just a bit stupid right now. So let's do that. And there. Welder onto there. Like that. Okay. Just tidying up a little bit. I can't help it. Seems to be working. Well, it's not super efficient because after a while it's going to get clogged up here, but I think the point is it works. That's all I care about, really. I don't actually care very much. And apparently I can get to the teleporter at the same time as all the rest of it. So we're going to get to an end, aren't we, basically? We're going to get there. Dave's happy. We can go back and look at something else. There we go. Cycle score's bad. That's middling, and that's pretty bad. Whatever. Barracks. Back to the barracks. We did a thing. A teleporter. That's fine. Now, block teleporter. Teleporter, for a lack of better term, instantly moves a single object block from one location to another. Okay. Skip drive technology, which isn't well understood by the Resistance or the Overlords. Where does that come from? Skip drive. Which sci-fi thing is that? Can't remember. Ah, I've been waiting for these for ages. This will help. So this would have helped there to make it more efficient. It's a conveyor belt, but it runs upside down. Fine. Unlike standard conveyors, it will not explode violently when left in this orientation for an extended period of time. Does that mean that all normal ones explode if you leave them upside down? Scary. Number 2! What now, Dave? They're all dead, Dave.
Sorry to put you in such a remote location. We just want to make sure that there aren't any incidents. Nia wasn't exactly comfortable with doing it in the hangar after my last experiment, so we're being cautious and putting some distance between you and us. Nothing personal. We like you.
You hardly know me.
Really?
And I think the word is accident, actually, Dave. Well, there can be no failure logs around here, but I wonder if there's anything else interesting around here other than Dave, who's at least a bit chatty. Okay, right. So where does this go to? Fairly simple again. So the only problem we've got here is the fact that using this disassembles what we've got. That's the exit, isn't it? Sorry, that's where it comes out. This is the production system. So it's a disassembler. So if we just simply run this across here, and like before, we teleport it upwards. We lift it upwards. It will send through. 1 second. That's not what I want to do, actually. So, say that it... That's not high enough. It sends it through to here. So it's going to send the middle one through, and then the bottom one, but then we want it to drop down again. Oh, I wonder if there's time for that. So as it currently stands, as it feeds through, it runs the middle ones through. The middle ones are all going to go through. Yeah. So the question is... as the last one goes through... that's going to get rid of that one. Could we then send this back over this way and back into it again? Like that. No, that's not doing it right. Right, are you ready? It works. It wasn't actually what I was intended to do, but it sort of kind of works in a horrible fashion. Ready? And then the last one goes just as the second one comes in. It sort of keeps on going. How much is it going to stack up? I'm not sure. It's about the same. It's about the same amount of delay. Okay. It's horrible, but I don't care. It works anyway. Dave doesn't care. Dave doesn't have to see it. Okay, so they come through. Now, how do we reassemble these damn things back into this again? Well, are they going to come through the way I think they're going to come through? They are. Okay. So we need to make... we need to make a... we can weld them in threes and then assemble them from there. Okay, that's not too bad. Well, this is a terrible hash here of breaking this up. I've now completed this one, I think. This is, I think, to be treated much like the eviscerators. The grinding machines from here, okay, in terms of things like, you know, feeding things into it. Imagine you're trying to grind this up entirely, but instead you're actually teleporting it instead. But that's the principle of how you want to move things around, and it makes it much easier to have these from here. And it's not too bad what I've done here. It could be worse. Now on the other side, what we have is fairly standard stuff. We're going to put three together. I briefly had them pushing themselves off, but then I realised there was a problem with the later stacks. Where I'd made a bit of a mess over here, feeding them through, the last few come together very quickly, one after the other. And if you're not careful, they end up in a big welded stack all next to each other, rather than just three long. They end up longer than that. So I've used this little piston to kick it off when the third one's there. And over here we have a simple welding system. So we've got a stack of... three lots of 3x1 to make this thing back at the end again, and we're using the AND gates again because why not? And this one here is the one with the what do you call it? I wonder what that was for a second. It's the bit of the teleport projector, isn't it? This is the one with the cable that's moving around instead. So the first detector here would actually have to detect the bottom one as well. We'd have to detect the upper two when they're there. This one causes this piston to push the cable into place, and when this one is triggered as well, the signal goes through the completed circuit here and pushes the whole thing off. Ready? The conveyor belt. There, and here it comes. And then it's now too low, unfortunately. We'll just have to use a lifter. And these things are a blessing, really. I've been wanting to have used these for a long time. Lifts it up, kicks it onto here, and off it goes. It's not brilliant, as like many AI solutions. It's not that pretty, but it works. And as the tips say, that is the most important thing. I've probably been quite slow on the cycles, I'd imagine, with this. Mostly because of the piece at the start where I'm breaking down the block. I have not done that very well. Yeah, exactly. As you can see, cycle's not very good. Footprints, everything's bad. Everyone has learnt things in the previous processes, except for me. I have not learnt. I was doing the same old mistakes as before. But there we go. I'll probably have a think about that later. I think I'm going to go away later and think about what you did. I'm going to think about how I should have used that teleporter at the start to break down the piece as efficiently as possible. And in fact, I think the solution is actually to use the top conveyor belt. So imagine having the lifter. Let's go back to it for a second. Go away, Dave. Imagine having here the lifter at the start. So as this thing comes out, what we could do is immediately lift it up and have it progress sort of backwards and forwards, eating away the lowest block each time, because the lifter's keeping it up, and this is slowly eating away at the lower block. So you're sort of eating your way through like that to neatly break all these pieces off as quickly as possible, and go from there. And I think that would work better. I think you could do that fairly easily with a bit more effort on my part. That's the trouble with me trying to do voiceovers at the same time as trying to do stuff. My solutions get worse and worse, which is why I put quite a few edits into these things. But there we go. Let's go back to the barracks. There we go. I think we're getting there. A lot of these are pretty more tutorials and things like that, so I'll see what else is interesting in here. Oh, so we've got loads of things in here, haven't we? Oh, Otis. Otis, it's a magnificent beard you've got. I know it's not really a beard. Magnificent. We'll keep on. Hold on. I thought Uvi was their name, not their species. Maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. We'll keep on working our way through. But some of these are a bit dull. We'll kick off into the later ones. But it's interesting. It's exciting stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again next time.